Hey guys, Lindsay here. This episode, I guess, is about budgeting. Um, Budgeting is so important. This is one of the big keys to paying off debt. Okay, so really pay attention. I know this topic can be pretty dull because nobody likes to talk about debt, but blah, 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 blah. I can't speak about budgeting. Nobody likes to talk about it because it's not very fun. But you know what? Once you sit through and you get it done, it makes life so much easier. And once you start paying off that debt or reaching whatever financial goal you have, it really feels so much good. So much, I don't know, you get so much joy out of it. And so please just bear with me for just a little bit over this budgeting episode. All right. When I got started, I didn't really have a budget prior to this little journey I'm on. I kind of just put a certain amount of money into my savings every month, and I kind of just spent my money and didn't allow my bank account to get under $1,000, and that was kind of how I budgeted. So I didn't have a budget. Um, my bank account did track my spending, and so I was able to view it and see that I spent a lot of money in certain topics, such as shopping and food. Lordy, I spent so much money on shopping and food. So, to get a rough budget, I use tools through the Dave Ramsey webpage, and I also use the Dave Ramsey Facebook communities to get a budgeting kind of like number guide from people. I asked all the single people on the site to be like, hey, what is your food budget and what is your this budget? Just because I didn't have a starting point for myself because I just kind of spent a lot, which I knew was way more than I should have. Um, so the Dave Ramsey community people were like, $100 a month on food, $150 a month on food. And I was like, holy cow, I spend 3 or 4 times that. So I gave myself a budget of $250 after having feedback from them and reviewing um, Dave Ramsey's suggested percentages. Um, so making a budget is this topic right here. So like I said, review your banking records. Ask your frugal friends what their banking their not their banking numbers, what their budget numbers are. Join a Facebook group, a frugal group of people that are saving money to also get some um, guides for how much you should budget in each category. And then here are these percentages I was talking about. To get started with the percentages, first you need to figure out what your take home pay number is. This is your number after taxes and deductions. So, how much money is coming into your checking account each month, basically? For me, I gave like the examples of like $2,500, $3,000, or $4,000 for me, I did my checks are ever changing. They're never the same amount because I have biweekly pay. I'm a flight attendant, and flight attendants don't work 40-hour work weeks. Um, Week to week, our hours change all the time. So I gave myself a $3,000 take home pay. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little less, but I gave that as my base number for setting up all my percentages. So now you're sorry, my cat is meowing. Ignore him. Now you're going to list out all of your spending in these categories that are listed right here. So your home tax, like your home stuff, your utilities, your food, your clothing, your vehicle insurance fund, your other stuff like childcare or whatever else that might be specific to your home. Like for me, it's my pets. I have pets, so yeah, that's in my other budget. And then your minimum payments a month towards your debt is what will be under the debt category. So these are the numbers that I came up with when I first was getting started with the baby steps. So these are my personal numbers. Right. So after you write in what budget you're set for yourself or kind of what you're spending currently based off your banking records, you should check up these percentages. These are the percentages that he has. He suggests for your home category, 25 to 35% of your take home pay. For your utilities, it's 5 to 10%. For your food budget, it should be 5 to 15% of your take-home pay. Your clothing, 2 to 7%. Your car should be 10 to 15%. Your insurance should be 10 to 25%. Your fun stuff should be 5 to 10%. And the other category, like I mentioned earlier, would be like childcare, or for me, my pet stuff, is 5 to 10% of your take-home pay there. And then your debt payment percentage should be 5 to 10%, but your goal with the baby steps is to have it at 0 at the very end. I'm so glad that mine is finally at 0. Anyway, so yeah, this is the percentages. I gave examples. So if your take-home pay is $2,500 a month, each category should kind of fall in these numbers. If your take-home pay is $3,000 a month, your numbers should fall into these categories. And if your take-home pay is $4,000 a month, your take-home pay should be in these categories here. And and if you fall in a different area, just do the math real quick. You put your take-home pay times 0.0, like what times the percentage. So yeah, good luck. Write this all out, because it's really helpful to write everything out. That way you see it and you know it. And then you can really spot where you're over budget in certain areas. And you can also use this as a tool to, decide, I can probably spend less in this category. And it really helps certain categories pop out to you that are a trouble area for yourself. That way you can start to work on them. Great. And so, yes, these budgeting percentages are guidelines to make sure you're not overspending, because we don't want to overspend. We're trying to pay off debt. We do not want to overspend anymore. You can always live on less than these percentages show. Like I said, the percentages are just a guideline, so you can always live on less. Living on less is best, because that means more money towards your debt or more money towards your financial goals. If you're not paying off debt, it's towards your savings or whatever. All right, cool. Yeah, and so like I said, you can review on what you need to cut back on with your spending. All right, guys, I hope this video has helped you. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will try to answer them. I will try to post some links to pages to get you some budgeting like papers, like worksheets. There's some budgeting worksheets here. And there's also some good budgeting websites and apps that are pretty cool too. So I will try to post links to those in the comments below. All right. That's all. I hope to see you on the next episode. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Happy savings.